So, hello and welcome to our webinar in which we are planning to promote and encourage young people to participate in exchanges organized within the Erasmus Plus project that are for youth. So, I would like to welcome everybody. I am Paula Mazilu. I'm from Mentor Alliance Association in Constanca, Romania. And together with Marcin Dabkiewicz from Grupa Działania from Pleszew, Poland, we are organizing this webinar within the Erasmus Days 2020. First of all, we would like to shortly make a short presentation about the Erasmus Plus mobilities for youth. So I will share my screen. Okay, so first of all, with the Erasmus Plus youth mobilities, young people groups of young people get to travel and meet and live together for up to 24 days. Why do we participate in these kinds of exchanges? Because they allow people to develop some competences, to become aware of relevant topics, to discover new cultures, and strengthen their values like solidarity, democracy, friendship. How we are learning, the whole learning process that is going on in the mobilities, the Erasmus Plus projects, is based on non-formal methods. So it's not like you're going to school and you have a teacher that is speaking to you and you're just listening and taking notes, but there are methods like workshops, debates, which are including also the participants to take part and learn from each other, not only from the teacher. Also in the projects, we don't have teachers, we have facilitators. Okay, now we are going to show you some promotional video that was made after one project that Marcin has had last year. So we can take a look at the video to see how it is with the atmosphere that is during the project. And then after that, Marcin will tell us a few words about that project.
Walking down the sidewalk, kicking my feet as I'm moving to the music.
So Marcin, you can tell us more about this project that you had.
Okay, so the project title was Youth Beyond Limits, and we implemented this project a year ago in July in Poland, in Tatra Mountains. Our partners were youth groups from Slovakia, Greece, Bulgaria, Lithuania, Romania, and Hungary. The general idea for the project was to develop our employability skills and also focus a little bit on youth employment in general, but also on entrepreneurship as one of the skill which we might develop to be more, how to say it, to be able to find our place on the market. And yeah, sorry, during those 8 days, we were focusing mostly on that, but also because that was a youth exchange, we were focusing a lot of intercultural learning. Every evening we were organizing and implementing a national evening. So each country were presenting their culture, tradition, also language. We were also, as you could see in the video, we were also learning how to dance our national dances. And yeah, if you would like to see the video in better quality, you can go to our YouTube, the YouTube channel of our association. There are also videos from another project which we were implementing in 2019, but also in previous years. Also on our Facebook page, you can find some information on about the last projects we were implementing.
Okay. So you can also find these opportunities in your local associations. There are associations which have a history of organizing these kinds of Erasmus Plus exchanges. Also, the most advisable thing is that if you are a volunteer in an association, you can take the initiative and plan one exchange, one mobility with them. Also, for last-minute calls of participants, there is information on some Facebook groups. So, for example, Erasmus Plus Romania or Erasmus Plus Poland, Hungary, and so on. Are they going to kidnap me? So if you are asking yourself this question, the answer is probably, hopefully not. It may sound a bit weird that you are getting free transport, free accommodation, and free food for a few days or weeks to go to a different country, but the European Union is funding these costs so that the youth can benefit from the learning outcomes. Take into consideration also that because of this, you will have to attend the program and of activities and actively engage in them in order to get the best of it. So now you go. We are wishing you good luck with your applications to go to Erasmus Plus projects. Since we have some people who have already participated in projects with us, we are going to make short interviews so that your fears can be answered and maybe destroyed. So if you ever have an opportunity to go to an Erasmus Plus youth mobility, do it, and these people will encourage you. So first I would like to ask Ioana. She is here with us. She will activate her microphone.
Okay, hello.
Hello. So can you tell us how did you find out about your first project, and tell us more about the process, from the moment you found out till the first day you got there?
Okay, so I first find out about the Erasmus, the whole idea of Erasmus in my first year of university. A teacher presented us the a project. It was a project in Slovakia, and I was like, why not? I should go. Maybe I should go. I wanted to go there alone because I wanted to see how I can handle things on my own. And I went to the teacher. He he made a connection. I think is that correct? How I said I made a connection between us, the people who wanted to go, and the association that was partner in that project, and we met together in Bucharest, and then we went together to Slovakia. It was scary because of course, for me, if it was the first project also, and I had the same question: are they going to not really kidnap me, but something is fishy? Maybe let's say it like this. But after I talked to those people, I find out that there are very, very nice people that are willing to help us, that are very friendly, and that's how I got to Slovakia. As I told you, it was very scary, but I had a lot of fun, and I met a lot of lovely people that are here with us.
Okay, thank you, Ioana, for your answer. Now I have another question that I would like to ask Milena. Can you tell us?
Sorry for the noises, but my roommate really wants to vacuum now, so. Okay.
No worries, it's okay. We can't hear it. So can you tell us how it is a normal day during a project? Most of them last for 8 to 10 days. It's like an average, but it's not mandatory. They can also be longer or shorter. But what do you do in each one of those days?
Okay, in the first days, like the first one, the second one, basically you learn names, you actually get to know each other with everybody, with every participant that you can meet on a project. And the normal days start with the breakfast. Later we have some sessions, and there is a coffee break. Later there's also another session. So basically it's like we had the whole plan, and it's working like how it should be on a plan, and it's like something to eat, also coffee breaks, and also the normal sessions that we had. And at the end of the day we have the cultural evenings, where we can actually see the traditions and all the food from the different countries of the participants.
Okay, but do you also have some free time, or?
Of course. On some projects you also have a lot of free time, and sometimes you're even like tired of having this free time because you want to have more activities. So it's like it depends on the organization which held the whole project. But yeah, we also have some free time to rest, to sleep, and to have fun with the others.
Okay, that's good. Mira, do you still keep in touch with people you met during projects? Like, can you tell us more about this?
Yes, I do. I mean, like, not with all of them, because like escape from the whole like Erasmus projects bubble. We have our let's say normal lives, and we usually have lots of things to do. So it's like it depends, but sometimes you can have a really nice friendships that last for months, even years later. So yes, I still have some contact with people. So with some of them, not that hard as it was. It's not like the contact to speak day by day with each other, but yeah, we still have contact, and it's such a cool thing to meet this person later on the another project. It's also a cool thing to see each other again after a month or even a few weeks sometimes.
Okay, thanks a lot, Milena. Now I would like to ask I would like to ask Diana, how do you feel that you have developed yourself by participating in Erasmus Plus projects? Like, can you make a comparison between the person that you were before going to any Erasmus project, any exchange, and after? Is there any difference?
Yes, I think the most visible one is I improved my communication skills. I mean, I learned to communicate with other people in a group and to work in a group more efficiently during those projects.
Mm-hmm. Okay, also about like, did you learn things about other cultures? Were you more reticent or prone to having prejudice about other cultures, other nations, and you found out that they were also normal people like us?
Yes, I think I learned a lot about other cultures and other people and other, I don't know, way of seeing day-to-day life. And I think this is actually a funny story. One time I was in Poland in an Erasmus project, and I was talking with a bunch of Czechs, and I was thinking about a person from Slovakia I used to know. I was thinking so hard about that person that at some point I turned to the Czechs and I asked them, do you have in Slovakia? And at that point, all of them looked at me like they wanted to eat me. And so one pro tip for Erasmus projects: know your people, know your people culture. Anyway, it turned out to be as a funny thing. They didn't eat me actually, but yeah, I think it's Erasmus projects are very useful because they are teaching you those skills that nobody else teaches you. I mean, those soft skills like communication, like working in groups, like working under pressure, basically to work with people.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you, Diana. Now I would like to ask Vasil to tell us, is there any advice that you would give someone who has the opportunity to go to participate in a project but is afraid of the unknown, of the fact that they may be kidnapped?
No, you should not be afraid that everything is well organized. You're not gonna get lost, or you should not be worried about participating in a youth exchange. It's true that youth exchanges are a great opportunity, but also you have some obligations. So when you're on a youth exchange, you have to do your best to be on time and follow the schedule, and to be attentive, try to be positive, and I think this positive attitude is very important. And also take advantage of the opportunities that you have, like meeting new people, partying responsibly, of course, learning new things, new skills, traveling, exploring. It's a great opportunity. I would recommend it, and don't be afraid.
Okay, thank you, Vasil. Okay, so now for some out of the box ending of this webinar, of this short webinar. Does any of you have any funny memories from participating in Erasmus? Things that you remember and you are laughing about now. So if anybody has one, you can feel free to share with us. I see people laughing, but I don't see anybody talking about what they remember.
Marcin, do you remember this situation in this exchange in Romania? Well, Boris called Alex that he's out of the bus. Do you remember?
Yeah, but we have an author of that idea here in that webinar. I think she could tell us more what was the idea and how it was from the side of the organizers of that joke.
Probably she can share.
You mean me? Because I don't think it was my idea.
I mean, I'm quite sure it was like, I don't know, it was Diana, your idea, or like, who was calling us that Boris is missing?
No, it was Clary. Oh no, it was a group. It was a group work. I mean, we were in the same bus, and somehow we were talking about some things, and somehow Clarissa ended up calling Alex and telling him the whole story about Boris being out of the bus and running after the bus. And
can you tell them the story, please?
Okay, so basically we were pretty bored, so somebody came up with the idea, let's prank Alex. And we were like, okay, what prank? Okay, let's just tell him, Alex, that Boris is left out. So Boris was Alex was with Marcin. They were eating, actually they were having lunch, and Clarissa, my Romanian friend who was also in that project, called Alex out of nowhere, and she was, oh my god, Alex, we have this problem, we left without Boris, oh my god, Boris is still in Bucharest. We actually were on the road to Câmpina, and yeah, but Alex did not panic at all. He was like, okay, I will just send him a bus. Yeah, he'll be fine. Don't worry, stop worrying. He'll be fine. He will work out. So yeah, that was all.
I will just say that Boris was that kind of participant, which he was quite messy. He was always like, doing some jokes, or he was always lost. And actually, if they would try to do similar joke with somebody else, we wouldn't believe that. But because they told us that Boris is that one who got lost, we immediately believed that. And we said, actually, we even didn't we were not worrying too much about him. We were just laughing, like, okay, if this could happen, it could happen only to Boris. Actually, they were just pranking us. So there was nothing, there was no danger, no threat that we're gonna lose him.
In general, it's not true, but actually, okay. At the beginning, you're like really panic. What happened? What happened?
We were
was on the phone.
For the participants.
Don't worry.
Okay, so usually we don't lose participants during projects. We don't kidnap participants during projects, but sometimes the unexpected comes, but we just make fun of it and solve it. Okay.
No, but in general, if I can make a short comment about those participants who are afraid to be kidnapped, participants, more or less, they are quite brave to go abroad. It's not something new for them. But we have to remember that participants have parents who when they were 18 or around that age, Europe were divided. For them, going abroad, that was a big deal. And once I had the situation when the mother of one participant really called me and asked me if this might happen that the participant gonna be kidnapped. And that mother was super serious when she was asking me that question. Of course, I explained to her that there is no threat like that, but those thoughts in the head.
Mm-hmm. Yes, but I mean, we are, of course, we can do jokes about this, but there are many cases in which we are talking about young people who have never left, maybe even their cities, not even to mention their countries. There are people from some marginalized communities, maybe less developed rural areas, let's say, and of course that it's natural for them to have these fears, and this is exactly why we made this webinar, to remove this fear of the unknown and to encourage them to participate. So of course we can make jokes about kidnapping, but it's normal to have this reaction when somebody is proposing that come with me to somewhere 1,000 kilometers away, we will have activities and you don't have to pay anything. Of course, that's people may ask themselves some questions. Okay, guys, so thank you very much for participating in this webinar and for sharing your experiences. We will record, I mean, we have already recorded this Zoom as you were told before, and we will upload it on our Facebook pages so that people who are planning to go to their first exchange, they can take a look and see from other people who have also participated how it was, and have an idea of what to expect as per their personal experience.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so thank you very much and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. See you, Paula.
Yeah, thank you guys, and see you.
See you guys.